called "The Death of 24-Hour America: Why Nothing Stays Open Late," and it's by City by Diana. I don't know if you remember before COVID and everything, Walmart used to be open 24 hours. A lot of places used to be open 24 hours. You could just, whenever you needed something real quick, you could just do it, but that's not how it goes anymore. A lot of places close like around 11 or 12 now. And like, that's like used to be one of the peak things about life. You can just go to Walmart at any time. You need something, go to Walmart. But now you can't. So I wonder how, what, like, more explanations of why things are not like that. Also, I could just see companies just not wanting to pay people all the time like that. But let's see. You ever just wake up in the middle of the night? we got this. We got this white lady. got this white lady on screen. I thought this.
In the middle of the night, maybe you're having a bit of insomnia with nothing better to do and want to get out of the house.
Like,
or maybe you just got off work and aren't ready to go home yet. So you get in your car and go out to pick up a late night snack, hit the gym, or maybe get some grocery shopping done. It's peaceful out. You could beat the crowds and pass the time. Maybe it's a 7-Eleven or a pizza place or even a bookstore. There's gotta be something to do besides get drunk. But after driving around for a while, almost everything is closed. Didn't that place used to be open all night? Even some of the gas stations stopped selling gas at 7 p.m. Aside from a few bars and maybe a liquor store, downtown is dead. This is 11 p.m. on a Saturday night in Oakland, California, and it's a ghost town. But this could be anywhere in the USA right now. It's like the whole country is afraid of the dark. What happened? Why does everything close early now?
That's real though. Like, I don't drink, but it seems like it's the only thing you can do at night is just get drunk. And like, if you don't get drunk, you just gotta stay in the crib. Like, ain't nothing to do. It's not fun being around a whole bunch of drunk people like all the time when you're not drunk.
Hey, I could use another cup of coffee.
Me too. Oh, let's stop for some.
Yeah, I need gas anyway.
When you stop at a Shell station, you get more than America's best-selling gasolines.
At Whataburger, when you're working late, so are we.
It's after midnight. You're hungry and your stomach is talking to you.
What is 24/7?
24/7 is
24 hours a day,
7 days a week.
You can drive to Wendy's, where the pickup window is now open late.
There's a moment at night when all you want is fourth meal.
Because so many Shell stations are open 24 hours.
It's peak times, man. Peak food time. Not the actual time, but just the times of having food. The food was so cheap. Get it whatever time. Have to deal with a little bit more racism.
Come on, make it Mac tonight.
24 hours.
There was a time when it seemed like everything was open late. In any little town in the middle of nowhere, you could walk around the 24-hour Walmart at 3 a.m., looking for nothing in particular. If you needed a random item and needed it fast, you knew you could rely on something being open to go pick it up. Now the best you've got is Amazon Prime next day delivery, and only if you live in the city. If you live in a rural area, good luck. There used to be this little spot off of 19th Avenue in San Francisco called Irving Pizza. One night, way back in 2013, I was out late at a concert in Berkeley and my phone broke. And I missed the last BART train home and got stuck taking the all-night bus, which is slow and comes once an hour, if it even shows up. When I eventually made it back to the city, I realized that I was locked out.
I'm sorry. The footage you just crashed is just killing me.
And it was 2 a.m. But lucky for me, Irving Pizza was open every night until 4. It gave me a place where I could safely be to sit down and eat a slice and wait for anyone, to wake up in the morning and let me inside. That little pizza spot saved my ass from being stuck on the street in the middle of the night, and eventually, I did get in. Granted, their other location is in a busy part of town, and it's still open late on weekends. But in the suburban west side of the city, places like that are rare now. That location is long since closed, but the business that took its place in that building closes at midnight now, and it's one of the latest open spots in the block. And this trend is happening more and more as time goes on. And much of it, like a lot of societal issues we've seen in recent years, stems back to 2020 and the COVID pandemic.
Yeah, I feel like ever since then, like, it's been like insane panic of like not trying to get sick. So I guess they probably thought the later you stayed out, probably more of a chance of people getting more spread to things like that. So I guess that's why they want to make sure you go home.
Seriously, the pandemic f***ed us all up.
Sorry, madam, but look at the cat. I'm sorry, madam. El Gato. Okay.
A lot. It was a collective trauma that society still hasn't fully recovered from. Stuck indoors all day and night, most people only left the house for essential trips or if they were essential workers. This basically killed the economy for a while. With less overall customers, retail stores either closed altogether or deeply cut back hours to the bare minimum to stay profitable. In most cities and states, indoor dining was either outright prohibited or severely restricted. And what came in its place was takeout, and of course, delivery. Enter the holy trinity of Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. During the pandemic,
I know their money was nice during this time.
I was an essential worker in San Francisco. And by that I mean, I drove for Uber Eats all hours of the night. Business was booming. I made as much delivering food than I did at the office job I was laid off from. But with it, I started to notice a trend. You'd get an order and it'd be from some weird random restaurant you'd never even heard of. And you'd drive to the location and it would be in some office park or warehouse or somebody nobody would ever locate a damn pizza place. And then they would run 4, 5, maybe 10 different restaurants out of this single location. Ghost kitchens. They only exist in the apps, delivery-only businesses, and they tend to run relatively late at night. So this put even more pressure on the average local sit-down diner. And as the pandemic began to wane a little bit, those ghost kitchens did not go away.
Yeah, they still out there. I ain't gonna lie. But the thing is, right, I feel like most people are caught on that, like, those ghost kitchens are just, like, not real. Or sometimes the ghost kitchen is an actual restaurant. Like, for example, Chuck E. Cheese has a ghost kitchen called, like, Pasquale's. But it's just the same thing. Like, I think they upped the price too, so which is weird, but yeah.
That's just one factor out of many. The cost of living has skyrocketed. Rent, supplies, labor costs, all of it. And a lot of workers were hesitant to risk their lives to come in the middle of the night for minimum wage. And small businesses already facing tight margins couldn't afford to pay them more. So what do? You cut hours and focus on the daytime crowd. Fast food too. A lot of McDonald's and Taco Bell locations used to keep their inside lobbies open relatively late, if not 24 hours in some places. But when COVID hit, most of them became drive-through only, and a lot still are. And if they are open again, it's usually only during the day and early evening, and it's become harder and harder to find a 24-hour drive-through these days. Let's not forget about retail. Another industry hollowed out by the pandemic, brick and mortar stores had already been suffering, but this was accelerated as most were not deemed essential, and places like grocery stores often had to limit the number of customers to come in at a time due to social distancing regulations. And like the restaurants, they faced strong competition from e-commerce. In particular, sites like Amazon, Temu, Shein, and even Walmart heavily invested into the online shopping experience.
Which kind of sucks. Like, to be honest with you, when it comes to grocery shopping with me, I don't like shopping online. I prefer to do everything. I prefer to actually go to stores. Like, when it comes to me, like, when it comes to shopping, if I can get in the store, I want to do that. Usually online is like the last option. Like, this is the last chance I got. So yeah, but a lot of people love it. So
when you can order almost anything you need from the comfort of your own home and have it delivered to you within the next couple of days, why bother even going out unless you already are out? And once cities opened back up and return to office became a thing for white-collar workers, they were mostly out and about during the day. When your business is already struggling to stay competitive in such an environment and late night has always seen lower demand, cutting hours is a no-brainer. When remote work was more prominent, many folks moved out of their apartments near the job centers and into larger homes in the suburbs where you could get a little more space at a better price. Yeah. This devastated many downtowns, which already relied heavily on the foot traffic of office workers during the day and even for the after-work happy hour. It was a...
They need that money from them. It's drunk. They need to get drunk as hell at that long-ass shift. They got yelled at for hours. They finna go to this bars downtown and get fucked up. But they say, you know what? No, let's get a big house. I'll be good there.
Especially bad in San Francisco, but it's a national trend. With this, businesses closed, large chains like Forever 21 and Macy's closed their downtown locations, and this created what some called a doom loop, where the inner city basically died. And with it came increased crime, the cost of living brought homelessness, and drug use spiked. It was a bad time to be out at night. The urbanist Jane Jacobs wrote in her 1961 book, The Death and Life of Great American Cities, of the concept of eyes on the street, which in a nutshell states that the more people you have going about their lives, working, shopping, frequenting bars and restaurants and everything else, the less likely there is to be crime. She called it national surveillance, which admittedly sounds a little creepy. But to Jane Jacobs, public safety was not just the responsibility of the police force, but all of us in the community. And by having thriving 24-hour cities, we all acted as informal watchdogs, keeping an eye on each other. And when you remove those eyes from the streets, what takes its place is not fun for anybody. Without the built-in surveillance of a vibrant community, cities and businesses within them rely more and more on heavy-handed methods. The other night, it was around 11:30 p.m., and I wanted to go to Safeway to pick up some groceries. The location I went to its credit, is open till midnight. So I parked in the parking lot and got this footage. And while I was sitting there in my car getting ready to go in, an extremely loud voice yelled out at me to stop trespassing and that they'd called the police.
You are trespassing.
Holy shit. So
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. You are trespassing. Go.
So I got in my car and I've been filming B-roll footage because I'm gonna do the video on
Nah,
why
that's
everything
wild.
closes early. So I wanted like footage of like nighttime stuff that's closed. And I went to Safeway. The Safeway like in Piedmont, like right on the like Oakland Piedmont border. And I park in the parking lot and Safeway is still open, by the way. And I get on my camera and I'm just like filming like shot of like a shopping cart in the parking lot, like I do, right? And all of a sudden, over the loudspeaker, this voice says, "You are trespassing. Please leave the area. You're being recorded." And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Safeway's still open. Like, I was gonna go in there and like actually buy something. That just proves my point. Things close early. They treat everybody that's out at night like they're a criminal. There was
Nah, that's wild. But yeah, to the other point of like, I could probably see that being true about the surveillance thing of like, you know, like if everyone's all around and all about, like there's like more eyewitnesses to see things, so that might make people think, man, maybe I shouldn't do this. But like now, like it's not really a lot of people out, so you make it like, okay, I might be able to easier get away with doing some crime if it's less eyes seeing. But there is still cameras though. Cameras is still gonna find you.
no way I was gonna shop at that Safeway after that experience. And on the drive home, I was followed by 2 police cars, simply for minding my own business and staying in my car in the parking lot a little longer than they deemed was acceptable. This criminalization
They treating you like a black man. 2 police cars, they trying to get you. All you have to do is take your arm out the window and say, "I'm white!" They're like, "Oh, my fault. My fault."
of simply being in a space at night, even during business hours, creates within both law enforcement and the broader culture a perception that nothing worth happening happens after dark. That if you're out late, you must be up to no good. And this obviously is not true. Some people work overnight shifts at hospitals or in warehouses or as firefighters or Uber drivers. Work still gets done in the late night hours. And the people who work those shifts deserve to be able to participate in society as much as the next person. And regardless, if you're out at night, that doesn't necessarily mean you're bad. It just means that you like to be out at night. I went to 7-Eleven because it's still kind of light outside. It's like 8:30. And look at my haul here. I got me some pistachios.
Ain't nobody care about your haul. Look at
Some
that.
wasabi almonds, some of that Modesto Blue Diamond almonds.
I do love
And,
pistachios though.
of course, a Red Bull, sugar-free, because I've stopped drinking sugary drinks, and I finally adjusted to sugar-free. It is starting to get dark, and I was like in the parking lot, and it said, "Thank you for visiting 7-Eleven. This parking lot is being video recorded." It's like a tiny.
Hey, what is
tiny
going
little
on in Cali?
It's so small.
They
They really closed
trying to get rid of them for real.
the 7-Eleven hella early now. It used to be open 24 hours. I remember coming here middle of the night, riding my bike. I used to do late night bike rides around the lake here. And yeah, you could go anytime. It would be open. Now it closes at like 9-10 p.m. So I got here right before it closed.
That's
This
so
particular
lame.
7-Eleven started closing early for a number of reasons. Crime was a big one. It's a sad fact of life that robberies do happen more often at night when there are less people around to witness them.
Yeah.
But this is in a vibrant, busy urban area with a lot of dense housing nearby, and it's not a particularly bad neighborhood either. But pretty much everything within a few blocks closes up at 9, 10, or 11 p.m. at the very latest. most places close a lot earlier. So what do the people who actually live in these areas like to do at night? Well, they're scrolling TikTok or Instagram Reels, listening to Spotify instead of going out to
They on their phone gooning. They just gooning. It's going up and down, multiple screen gooning.
concerts, chatting with friends online, using ChatGPT as their therapist, or they're going to bed early. We've become homebodies with infinite options for every aspect of
why you
life,
got
from
the titty on
entertainment,
screen?
shopping, dining, love and romance, culture, and friendship, all in the
Wait a
palm
s-
of our hand.
Did she swap left on the black man? Wait a second. Let me see. She swap left on black man.
Infinite
no,
options
did you
for
swap left
every
on the black
aspect of
man?
life, from entertainment,
Okay,
shopping,
match.
dining, love and romance, culture,
Ah,
and
she
friendship,
green
all
one
in
and
the palm
then-
of our
and then
hands.
X the other
There's
one.
less incentive to actually get out on the town and
Why
do
not
something.
both?
And if people aren't out, the businesses don't have a reason to stay open. It's cultural as much as it is
Sorry, Dr. Umar. Sorry. Dr. Umar behind me like this.
economic. And if you're going to bed at 10 p.m., why would you want to get a job working at 7-Eleven overnight? Businesses have had trouble staffing late night shifts in recent years, which in turn leads to late night hours being cut. Public transit in most cities has reduced or even no service hours after dark. And when less people are taking that transit, when it's time to cut the budget, reducing or eliminating late night service seems like the least harmful option. When we treat the people who inhabit the night like criminals, it only makes the night safe for criminals. And to a cop or a security camera, when you treat just existing outside after dark as if it is a crime, you're gonna see a lot more crime. It's all a self-reinforcing cycle.
Okay.
The other night, I was driving around town, and I came upon a gas station, a typical Chevron. And when I went to fill up my tank, I realized that not even just the store was shut, but the pumps themselves were disabled after 7 p.m.
Nah, you can't pump gas. Past 7? That's wild.
Even though this particular gas station closed up early, it's not like that everywhere in town. There still is a good deal of vibrant nightlife in a city like Oakland.
Still the gas?
But like many cities, gentrification and higher housing costs have made it harder and harder to afford a night out. And the younger generations are going out less, drinking less, and clubbing less. And that's not all bad. But the nighttime doesn't have to be scary or full of crime. We need viable late night options beyond just nightclubs, liquor stores, drive-thrus, and bars. We need late night libraries, cafes, restaurants, and shopping malls. Will we get them? Not if we don't use them. We need safer streets, and that doesn't always come from just putting up security cameras, increasing police patrols, and criminalizing everything. It comes from a community that cares for each other and keeps each other accountable to one another, something that our modern tech-driven culture has seemed to have lost. We treat each other and the space we live in like it's disposable. So maybe this is what we wanted all along. No more awkward small talk with a cashier or 3 a.m. pizza run.
She
Just
loved doing this
calm
B-roll
and
footage
quiet
right here.
inside, in bed early, checking our notifications until we crash out alone once again.
Man. That was a good video. It's a lot of insight on that, yeah. Having more options to do late night stuff would be fun, especially in Austin, where I live. Really in Austin, it's just bars. It's bars and clubs and getting drunk. Like, it'd be cool if like you could go bowling at 3 a.m. Yeah, have more nightlife stuff. But yeah, that's a good video about Cities by Diana or Deanna, depending on how you want to go with it. But yeah, follow her, follow me, subscribe.